Want to welcome a special guest here on the Stacking the Box podcast, an all-pro Pro Bowl center, Frank Ragnow of the Detroit Lions. Frank, how are you doing as you're getting ready for the season?
Doing well, doing well. I had the opportunity to have a few days off after camp, and I'm ready to roll.
So tell me, you're working with Applebee's. I know you're doing that here before the season. Why Applebee's? What about them made you want to jump on board?
Why Applebee's? Obviously the food, but I guess there's some more to that. Sentimentally, in high school, after every football game, or like our whole high school would celebrate the win, we'd go to half apps. For kids in high school that don't have much money, get quite the deal. You get the wings, you get the pretzels, you get the mozzarella sticks. And it was a great deal. So it's definitely very sentimental. But I also just love. Still to this day, I enjoy the food very much.
What kind of wings? What are your wings? What are your go-to?
I like just the classic buffalo, but I mean the garlic parm's good, the honey pepper's good. You go to that all you can eat, and then I'm trying all of them. It's like $12.99. Go there. We'll start with the buffalo. We'll mix in a classic parmesan. Then maybe we need to take a break from the heat, honey barbecue, and then you kind of rotate the cycle. So I like them all.
All right, so you're in an O-line room. Those guys typically know how to eat. You guys go out to dinner. Who's putting away the most wings? Like if everybody's got a plate and it's just, hey, we're going to keep them coming. Who's the guy who's the last man standing?
I'd say I'm up there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say Big V. He can eat pretty incredibly. Panay they're all pretty incredible eaters now that I think about it. But I'd say I'm one of the best. I'd say Panay's pretty good. I'd say Big V's pretty good.
All right, you guys are entering the season here, coming off the Hard Knocks, where everybody's been watching, getting to know the team a little bit better. What has it been like from a player's perspective, though, having Hard Knocks, having HBO at the camp?
It was unique, man. It's the downfall was you always kind of felt like you were being watched, and that was a little weird, and that kind of but you kind of almost got used to it, which is also kind of scary that you were kind of used to it. But then there was awesome opportunities for some guys to tell their story and show off their platform. I mean, I got this opportunity with Applebee's. I was able to share a little bit about my YouTube channel, Grizzly Man Outdoors. So there were some blessings, and then there were some things that were a little bit of a tax distraction. But I felt like our team did a pretty good job as just dealing with it and handling it and being able to just kind of make life normal. So I think there was blessings and curses for sure.
Talk to me about your YouTube channel, Grizzly Man Outdoors. What's behind that and what's on the channel?
Yeah, so I've got a huge passion for the outdoors. I like to fish. I like to hunt. Obviously, with football being in the fall, I don't get to do as much hunting, but I just go fishing and I record it with some GoPros. I've had a couple opportunities to get a camera crew out there. I brought Jared Goff out there recently, and I just like to document the adventures we go on for myself personally to rewatch, and then some people have really started to like it. So it's been kind of a cool little hobby of mine. And maybe that's the next step after football. Who knows?
What is your best catch? What was your best fishing day?
Oh, I don't know. That's tough. I've caught a 500-pound Goliath grouper. I've caught 100-plus-pound tarpon. I've caught multiple 30-plus inch walleye, 45-inch muskie, 10-foot long marlin. I've been very blessed. I've been hot.
Hey, listen, I understand. I'm curious. I don't know if he's an outdoorsman or not, but Dan Campbell strikes me as someone who, if he went fishing, would just jump out of the boat and try to wrestle the fish. I'm curious, like, what is it like to have Dan Campbell as a head coach? Because obviously everybody thinks of his introductory press conferences, the kneecaps on it. But when you watch him, when you listen to him, he's clearly a very passionate guy, but also a pretty insightful guy. What is it like to have him as a coach when he's not really the typical coach in terms of the way he handles himself day in, day out?
Yeah, he's real, man. He's authentic. You get what you get, and he's the same guy no matter what the situation is. And that's one thing that I feel like players really value the most is you get that same guy every single day. He's extremely intelligent. His passion towards not only the team, but just like football intelligence is second to none. And I think that's what a lot of people don't talk about is obviously he's a very good motivator and he's very passionate about his team, but his football intelligence is really, really high, I feel like, from my perspective. And I think you bound those three things, that passion, that motivation is FBI. It's pretty special, and he's been great so far, and we're extremely grateful to have him for sure.
I'm curious. One of the guys I'm really looking at this year is DeAndre Swift. I think one of the more talented players in the league, and really a guy who might be able to break out. You guys have an excellent offensive line in front of him. What about DeAndre excites you, and where do you think he ranks maybe among the running backs going into this season?
He's pretty dynamic, man. He can do one step and he can change directions on a dime. I mean, and it's pretty cool to know that, like, when you're blocking for him, every play, there's an opportunity for an explosive run. And that's one thing that offensive linemen love. And then you combine that with his work ethic. He's one of the first guys in the building every day. A lot of respect for the guy. And I think he can be pretty special. I think just staying healthy and us staying consistent as an offensive line, he could have a good season.
A few more here with Frank Ragnow on Stacking the Box. And Frank, I know obviously you great player at Arkansas throughout your time there, and now the Razorbacks kind of making a comeback. You ranked, beating a ranked team here in week 1, beating Cincinnati in what was a very interesting game. How you feeling about your Razorbacks?
Man, Sam Pittman was my offensive line coach, so I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on the Razorbacks. I love Coach Pittman. I love what he's doing with the team. KJ Jefferson is awesome. They got a good offensive line. They're recruiting a good defense. It's just it's been exciting, man. It's been real exciting, and I don't think we played our best game versus Cincinnati, and I think they'll say that. And for us to still come out on top and kind of control the whole game is definitely a bright point. So I'm excited for the whole season.
All right, a couple quick hitters. In college, where was the toughest place to play? A lot of choices out of the SEC.
Well, I mean, we played in LSU, but we beat them. So we shut them up quick, and we ran for 200. So I think that would have been potential. Tennessee, they returned the opening kickoff. That was one of the loudest times of my life, like just absurd. We ended up winning that game, though, so we came back. But I'd say Alabama, like when they were up pretty good, it's not a fun place to play.
What is the loudest NFL stadium you've ever played in?
Me personally, like being out there on the field, probably the Viking Stadium when they like on a third down, we're behind. It can get pretty dang loud when they're doing that skull chant and everything.
Who is the toughest matchup in the NFL that you've had to deal with as an interior?
Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald for sure.
That seems like the easy pick. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that would be pretty almost unanimous.
Yeah. What about him? And look, obviously, when you watch him, he's a phenomenal player. He's maybe the greatest defensive tackle of all time. But I mean, what is it specifically about it? Is it the strength? Is it the speed? Is it just the all-around game? I mean, what is it that makes him such a force to deal with? Even at times, beating doubles, beating triples, all those things.
So it's all that you just said, combined with that incredible work ethic and motor. Like, he's bringing it every single play and using that strength. He's undersized, but he's stronger than 99% of the dudes on the field. He's quicker than most dudes. Like, he's got everything. But then when you combine it with his work ethic and his motor, it's not fun. Not fun.
All right, last thing. The Lions this year, a lot of people are excited about. I'm one of them. I think you guys have a lot of potential. Tell the listeners why people should believe in the Lions this year as you guys try to grow and maybe find a way into the playoffs.
Yeah, we're a young, hungry team. We're a young, hungry team that understands that we haven't done anything yet, and we understand that the work is ahead of us. We got Jared Goff, who's had a great training camp, and I think we've definitely, as a team, kind of embodied what Coach Campbell believes in with that grit, that hard work, that just kind of scratching and clawing to get wins. And I'm definitely optimistic, and I hope fans are too, for sure.
All right, well, hey, Frank, thanks so much. Really appreciate the time. Frank, again, working with Applebee's. Check out Applebee's, and then, of course, check out Frank's YouTube page where you can watch him catch a 500-pound fish. So, hey, Frank, thanks so much. Really appreciate it. Best of luck this season in Detroit.
Thank you.